to a chilly Napoleon, Ohio for this BCSN Erie broadcast of Region 14, Division 4 regional semifinal matchup featuring the home team, the Clyde Fliers, and the visiting team, the Van Wert Cougars. As always, tonight's telecast is brought to you by Dewey Furniture and Carpet. Chris Bliley, along with the coach Bill Hubens, as Vancouver takes the field. Clyde is going to kick. They'll receive the ball to start the second half. Tonight's kickoff is brought to you by the North Shore Running Store at 178 East Market Street in downtown Sandusky, offering top brand running and walking shoes, apparel, accessories, gait analysis, and nutritional items. And SRS, we run this town. Bill, trip to the Elite Eight on the line here. Clyde started out the season a little slow, but they may be one of the hottest teams here as of late.
One of the remarkable things that you don't see very often in a state playoff game, you have last year's state champion versus 2 years ago state champion. Both are now back in a position to do it again, and we're going to have some elite talent on this field tonight. I can't wait to see it.
Was talking with some Van Wert radio people before, asked them, what makes Van Wert special. They said team speed. So, Clyde, Coach Carter, I'm sure he's put together a blueprint here to try and slow down the speed of the Van Wert Cougars.
How many high school quarterbacks, and I'm using Pratt for Van Wert as the throw for 3,000 yards?
And there's a squibbing kick, and it's going to be recovered by Van Wert between the 35 and 40-yard line. Let's call it the 38-yard line, where Van Wert will take over first down and 10. Van Wert on the season outscored their opponents 551 to 214. So pretty big numbers, and what even sticks out more so, 206 to 41 in the first quarter. They're fast starters.
They're and Clyde's going to have to get used to that speed right away and get used to this QB throwing that ball.
Aiden Pratt at quarterback, and big loss here of about 3 yards.
Yeah, you're not going to make a living running in the middle of that Clyde line. They got big, strong kids up there. You're going to have to attack the perimeters or put the ball in the air. If you'll notice, Chris, there is no free safety. Now they backed up in cover two just for a quick little pass. But Clyde played that well, gave up about 7 yards, but they got a long way to go.
So it'd be third down, and let's call it 5 here.
Yep.
As you speak, Aiden Pratt, 229 to 305 for almost 3,000 yards. 2,982 yards, 31 touchdowns. And they don't mess around. We talked about team speed, but they also just like to get to the line of scrimmage and go.
And they got a pretty tough schedule that they went through also. So, it's no slack here. Well, this is the first pressure that Pratt's going to have on him right here.
Turn handoff. Actually, Pratt's going to keep it, and Pratt's got running room along the right side. Now Pratt back up middle of the field, and he's going to be brought down inside the Clyde 30. And we sat there and, kind of talked about Pratt's throwing stats. He's a 1,000-yard rusher.
1,000-yard rusher. He made that fake, and everybody tackled the fullback. And all of a sudden, he's running down the sideline. You can't do that.
This time it's a keeper on the outside, and it's going to get inside the 25 to the 23. So Pratt, 3,000 passing yards, 31 touchdowns, 145 carries for 176 yards, 16 more touchdowns. When he doesn't have it, Nate Jackson is going to carry it most of the time. He has 131 carries for 805 yards and 17 touchdowns. They're going to say actually no gain on the play, so it's going to be second down and 10.
Yeah, I think they gave Clyde a sideline warning, this official in front of us here. The kids were getting maybe a little too close to the field. And so no big deal. It's not a yardage thing. It's just a warning at this point.
Well, when Aiden Pratt isn't scoring touchdowns, Connor Pratt is. 62 receptions, 946 yards, and 8 touchdowns for Connor. He wears number 3. We'll go over this Clyde defense here when we get a chance. There's some discussion. So up front for Clyde, Walker Britt, Remington Norman, Max Myers, and Logan Homler. They run a 4-3 at linebacker. It'll be Abe Morrison, Dylan Overmeyer, and Jaron Bulger. And then the defensive backfield is Brady Wilson, Caden Olson, Will Lozier, and Jay Plummer. So looks like we're set to go here. as Jackson flanks Aiden Pratt just inside the 30, and Jackson's going to keep this one. Jackson's going to get it down close to the 20. Let's call it the 21. That's going to set up 3rd down and 6. And I'm going to guess, I was looking at their kicking numbers, this is probably 4-down territory.
Oh, there's no question about that.
Some teams believe in kicking the ball. Looking through the statistics, I think they've only attempted 4 field goals this year.
Well, too much firepower on offense to even think about a field goal.
Pratt's going to roll out to the right. He's going to look.
Right
He's
on
going
the
to toss
button.
over the middle of the 10,
Right
breaking tackles, and going down at about the 7.
Chris, he threw a rope. He rolled right, squared his hips up, and threw a 10-yard rope for the first down. He hit the slot receiver.
That was Connor Pratt in the slot.
Yep. There's his keep. And
Yep, he's going to keep it. He's going to keep it right into the end zone.
Walked in.
So there's that team speed that they were talking about at the 10-14 mark of the opening quarter here. Pratt goes in from 7 yards out for the Cougar touchdown. And see if we can get a number attempting the extra point here. Connor Pratt does some kicking. This one looks like it's going to be Damon McCracken. He's 37 of 46 on extra points. And McCracken puts it in the air.
And good.
It is good. 10-14 to go here from Napoleon High School. And Van Wert strikes first. It's Van Wert 7 and Clyde nothing.
17.
And Van Wert in the jumbo set there to kick off, and now they'll spread out. Clyde, Bill, I don't know. I'm looking through some dirty windows here. Can't make a number out of that Clyde player back there deep to receive the kick here.
Well, Clyde's numbers are tough to read anyway on that yellow, even if they were right on top of us or clean windows.
All right, Dick Goddard, you got a game time kickoff, by the way?
43 degrees.
Was it 43?
43 with just a mist.
I thought I read 41 in your car when we arrived here.
Well,
we'll
did.
Go with 43.
No, you're right. You did in the car.
And kickoff is going to be taken back to about the 30-yard line, as that was Lozier on the return. So Clyde going to come out. Jaden Cook at quarterback. Skill players Mike Daniels, Brady Wilson, Caden Olson, Will Lozier, Griff Knotts. So they're a team much like Van Wert, would rather throw than run, but very capable of running it.
Yep. They got to do something here with this first drive to prove to Van Wert they're for real.
And handoff Mike Daniels up the middle. Daniels going to get 3 to the 34. Daniels with 1,300 plus yards and 21 touchdowns on the season.
Michael Daniels, 1,318 yards, 21 touchdowns. That's not too bad. Playing in a tough SBC league.
Yeah, Cook throwing at 148 for 227, so about 66% clip.
Yep.
2,182 yards, 22 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. Daniels straight up the middle, and rough going up there. That Van Wert defensive line, they look to be maybe a little outsized down there, but using that quickness, and Daniels picks up 2. It'll be 3rd down and call it 5. And Clyde going to get to the line quickly.
Yeah, they know huddle. They want to go right now.
And much like we've seen Port Clinton do last week,
same
get to the line,
Yep.
back off, and then look over to the coach, see if there's any changes. 4-man front right now, 4-3 defense for Van Wert. Looking, they're going to throw it out to
Good
the
ball.
sideline, and
He dropped
throw
it.
and catch, and it's
Whoa.
going to be dropped out there.
Yeah, he was there.
And I believe out there was Brady Wilson. And I believe that's going to force 4th down and 5. You'd have to think Clyde's going to punt it here.
Well, they're going to punt, yeah.
In a game where you're having trouble stopping the other team, you got to make catches like that and keep the drive alive. And they're lining up right now like they may go for it.
Well, you better get it if you do, because if you don't.
Well, Cook is their punter, so.
Yeah, so this may be a little pooch punt here.
Yep, still 8-7.
Yeah,
Now he's backing up a little more.
It's a punt.
And he will punt it end over end. Nobody back deep, though. Good roll inside the 20. Still end over end. Rolls down inside the 15.
That's what you want to do right there.
Yeah, that's about a 49-yard punt.
Yep, no return.
And even though they didn't score, they flipped the field.
They did, and that's what they wanted to do. You had to flip the field.
So this high-powered Cougar offense going to come back out here now after using about 8 plays to go 67 yards on that 63 yards on that opening drive.
Well, Coach Recker, he's a great man on offense, and he really knows his people. And boy, look what he has: trips to one side, twins to the other.
Yeah, just 5 guys on that line of scrimmage.
That's a lot of confidence.
Spread them out and let the quarterback run.
Let him run, yeah.
And here they fake the handoff. He's going to keep it, and Clyde bottles it up there.
Nice job.
It'll be a loss of 1.
Yep. And that's what they have to do right here. Keep the field flipped and keep that quarterback Pratt back, not going up the field, because he has great speed.
6'4", 210-pound junior Max Myers from his defensive tackle spot makes the hit there. Here's a quick out, and it's going to be caught, and a pickup of 6. So they've gone to that quick play. You know, the first series they lost 3 and were set up with second and 13. They go to that quick pass, get something manageable on 3rd down.
Yep. I mean, everybody runs that quick out. That's like an extended handoff when you run that quick out.
3rd down and 4.
This is a major league stop for Clyde. Major league.
And they think of the quick out, and then, you know what that fake does? It kind of keeps the linebackers back.
It froze them, yeah.
I almost like that was a called quarterback draw.
I think it was. Yeah, there's no doubt. So he made the attempt, and then when he turned it up, everybody was outside their rushing lanes.
He got 3 extra, gets it to the 29, where it'll be 1st down and 10 Cougars.
Clyde in a straight cover 2.
And bulldozing his way across the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
Well, you could see, Chris, why he has 1,000 yards. Yeah. I mean, he runs it every down. Do they have any backs back there? He runs everything.
Yeah, I'm looking at his receivers. He's got a receiver with 950 yards, another with 750, another with 700. So weapons all around. They fake the jet sweep, and they throw for the 1st down. This one to Connor Pratt.
Now, do you see the zip on that ball? I mean, Connor Pratt just does a quick out, and that ball was right in his hands.
And did I mention Aiden Pratt, 6'4", 195 pound, just a junior. So he'll be back. And great yardage here up the middle.
7 more. This you hit the nail on the head early, Chris. This team's very quick, very fast.
And that was Nate Jackson who got the yards, and then 1st down carry.
Yep.
Nate Jackson. So give Pratt a little bit of a break there, and let Jackson carry 2 and get 11 total.
This is a nice team.
Well, I was looking at the clock here going, this has been a pretty good sustained drive. Still 7 minutes to go in the 1st quarter.
Yeah. Okay.
Pratt spins off of that hit at the line of scrimmage and falls forward for 2. If you're watching at home on the BCSN Now app, don't get up to grab anything to drink. You'll probably miss them. They snap the ball.
Well, yeah,
really quick.
You're not kidding. Now somebody's down. That's not Pratt, is it?
That's a Clyde.
Oh, no, Clyde. What am I talking about? Yeah, he's in a little bit of pain there. So now you could go get a sandwich.
Well, I'm so stuffed right now from that pizza downstairs, I couldn't fit a sandwich in there.
How many did you have?
And then speaking of food, after the game, tune into BCSN Erie's Facebook and Twitter page for our pancake player of the game. The best breakfast in the BCSN viewing market is the Sandusky Bay Pancake House on Milan Road in front of Meyer. Sandusky Bay Pancake House. Eat, drink, think local. And there's not very many times I couldn't eat pancakes, but right now is one of them.
You could not.
Yeah, the 24-ounce cherry Coke and the corn nuts on the drive up, and then the breadsticks and the pizza downstairs have put me over the limit here. We'll try to get a number of the Clyde player that's down. You see Coach Carter. Coach Carter, he never knows when the seasons change. He's a shorts guy. He's wearing his shorts out there right now.
He never knows. It could be snowing, raining, or it could be 85. He's in shorts.
Coach Carter, he is assisted by Matt Flewelling, David Marty, Brian Farrar, Jerry Phillips, Ryan Greenslade, Paul Johnson, Connor Garcia, Jake Jenny, and Jim Andrews. A couple freshman coaches probably on the sidelines tonight, Wade Noss and Derek Gray. So team doctor Jennifer Homan out there, and it looks like he's going to need some help.
Some assistance,
They send a couple linemen out there to help.
Well, Matt Flewelling and Dave Marty has been on that Clyde football staff for about 25 years. Their staff is loaded with very experienced people.
And again, as he gets up here, we'll try to get a number.
Knee or ankle, I'm sure.
59. 58, that's Max Meyer. He's already made several good plays in the game. Unfortunately for Max, he's needing assistance on both sides as he's putting very little weight on that. Looks like a right ankle.
Right ankle. Yeah, somebody probably rolled up on him. That's generally on a play like that on the inside what happens. He went over and made the play, and somebody rolled him up.
Well, we'll hope the best for Max Myers is
they got to have him.
He's a junior, and hopefully he can get back in the game. We won't assume anything, but we'll try to keep an eye down on that sidelines and see here. But it's second down and 8 for the Cougars.
Oh, there it is. That's the shuffle.
Yep, the shuffle pass.
Shuffle pass inside. Got a couple, not much.
Yeah, going to pick up 4.
Clyde did a pretty good job on that. Now, again, you got that long, third and long. You got to stop it.
Matt Crutchfield with 71 receptions for 739 yards, and they did get a third down stop here.
Yes, they did.
That's going to go for about 2, and that's going to set up 4th down and 2.
Yeah, I don't think Coach will even think about it. Coach Recker won't even think about it.
No, and again, look for him to get to the line of scrimmage here quickly. Do they fake the short pass and go with the quarterback draw again? Or?
Well, that's Clyde's in a tight 4-3.
Yeah, press coverage up top if they want to send Connor Pratt long. It's one-on-one coverage out there.
Yeah,
I think on 4th and 3, 4th and 2, you just try to get the first down.
Yeah, I don't think we throw the bomb, but
maybe don't go for the home run.
He could fake the dive, too, and keep it around the end like he did before.
And Pratt's going to keep it, and he's going to be caught and stopped in the backfield.
Oh, now that's a great stop. They needed that so bad, and they got it. First down, Clyde.
All right, Clyde Fliers defense holds. And that time, I think what was great, I don't know if he was going to think about bouncing it outside, but the ends got a little bit upfield.
Up the field.
And his only choice was to go middle of the field. And those defensive tackles did a nice job. I didn't see who was in place of Max Myers there, but good job by that interior line of the Clyde Flyers. And it'll be first down and 10 for Clyde as they begin on their own 42-yard line. 5:37 to play here, opening quarter from Napoleon. And handoff, cutting it back, staying on his feet, and getting out close to midfield. And he's still fighting.
He's still rumbling, tumbling, 8 yards.
Mike Daniels.
I don't think there's any question in my mind, Chris, this will be the toughest game that Van Wert's had all year.
And both these teams, again, quick to the line.
Yep.
And under center, Daniels only about a yard behind him. Quick handoff turn. Daniels pop it to the outside. Down the right sideline goes Daniels inside the 25.
What a nice call. Quick hitter, turned it to the perimeter, and he was gone. Big play.
First down, Flyers on the 26-yard inside run by Daniels. And boy, Daniels planted that left foot, and then it wasn't a jump cut, but he planted it and cut it to the outside real quick.
And really, there was nobody from Van Wert there till the secondary came up.
First time Flyers fullback in now this time. Almost a fumbled snap, and Daniels got a late start there with that fumbled snap, and he's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage. Actually, they're going to give him a yard.
The good news is he got a yard. That's the good thing out of that, because that could have been a fumble.
And in there on the tackle, Damon McCracken, a linebacker, number 23.
And one thing you do, Chris, by stopping that fourth down, you send a little message, we came to play too, you know. You're not going to run over us.
Second down and 9. And Daniel's going to go into the slot this time. And on the jet sweep, and not going to pick up much, and almost thought there, you know, he was looking for a block, and he was going to throw the block. I go, don't throw the flag. It almost looked like there were going to be a holding on the outside.
The kid backed off right away. They had the blocker out there, but he was in no position to make the block.
So they went to the far side of the field where they had a lot of space. Now this time, all the space is to the right side. We'll see what they go with on third down and 9.
That's the play they got a bunch. Nothing.
They're going to keep it on the ground for Daniels, and he's going to get 2, and it's going to set up fourth down and 7.
I'm sure they're going to be going for it also.
And we'll look here to see Jaden Cook put it in the air on 4th and 6.
Well, it's going to be tough.
Van Wert bring pressure and maybe dump a little screen off here?
Well,
you'd have to think Van Wert's thinking, let's get to the quarterback.
Exactly. Here we go.
They don't bring pressure. Cook rolls out. Cook's going to tuck it, and he is not going to get it. He's going to get back to maybe the line of scrimmage. So
that wasn't very good third and fourth down calls against a quick team like that. But
they had receivers on that right side in layers. One of them, down around the goal line, and another at the 10-yard line. But they needed somebody a little bit closer.
Well, I mean, you got to at least throw the ball, give it a chance, interference, or a catch.
Right. Even if you throw it and it's picked off,
exactly.
If the kid picks it off, you still may gain 10 yards on the play,
that's correct.
Even though it's a turnover.
Now you give a high-powered offense the ball back and see if they're going to go back down the field.
1st and 10 at the 21. Nobody out there. Pass. And picking up positive yards is Maddox Crutchfield, as Crutchfield is going to get 14 out to the 35.
Well, that's where you use that motion.
Yeah.
They motioned him across. Nobody went with him. And all of a sudden, he's on the sideline on a wheel route. He's all by himself.
Again, press coverage here
on
the near side. And Pratt's rolling, looking. He's going to throw a strike.
Boy,
big time pass and catch that time on the receiving end, Garrett Gunter.
And that's the toughest pass to throw. Rolling left, getting your hips squared enough and putting the ball on the money like that.
Good coverage by Jay Plummer.
It was good coverage.
For Clyde.
You're not kidding.
And this one he's going to keep, and he's going to be brought down after a 4-yard gain. He jumps forward to the 50-yard line, does Aiden Pratt.
He likes to run it, but when you think about it, they don't have any backs back here. He's the only one can run it. But I'm looking for this 1,000-yard pass receiver to get into play.
Short pass. This one going to go for first down yardage in between 2 defenders. Maddox Crutchfield makes the catch.
Boy, they've jumped down the field in a hurry, haven't they?
Real quickly.
Man.
Line of scrimmage, the Clyde 41 will go under 2 minutes. Well, I shouldn't say as quick as they snap it. We may not go under 2 minutes here at the conclusion of this play. Pratt rolls, looks. Now he tucks it, and he's going to take it up that right sideline in front of the Van Wert bench. And he'll get it inside the 35 to the 34. But, again, another positive play of 7 yards.
Absolutely. Makes your second down much, much more manageable. But, boy, they love that trips left and turn everything over to Pratt.
You get these second and short, it's almost like a free play, especially when you know you're going for it on 4 downs.
Exactly. Now, Clyde's in a straight cover 4 against this passer, and I don't blame him. Got 5 guys going out all the time.
Pratt sidearms it. He looked like Lamar Jackson sidearming that.
That did, and it was going just as fast as he throws it too. Man, he whipped that ball out there.
I would say to guys of our age, Dennis Eckersley or Dan Quisenberry, but these young kids wouldn't know who that is.
No, no. There's that motion again.
1st and 10 on the 27. Clyde puts on a rush.
Oh,
There's
no.
a catch over the middle at the 15.
You kidding me?
Down inside the 10 and dropped at the 1.
What a catch! I mean, that quarterback's ready, or Pratt ready to get hit. He unloads it on the money.
That was Pratt to the 1 yard line.
My goodness, what a throw.
And turn handoff straight up the middle. And into the end zone goes Nate Jackson for the touchdown. So they score 9 minutes apart. This one at the 1:40 mark of the opening quarter, a 1-yard touchdown run. And this one comes from Nate Jackson. So, you know, how big was that last stop by Van Wert?
Big.
And then they show that they're a championship caliber team here just by marching it down Clyde.
Clyde just jumped offside in the neutral zone, so they're going to move it a little closer, half the distance.
Well, and you wonder, when they move it closer, you wonder if you consider going for 2.
With that offense, I tell you, that's got to be a consideration.
And they're going to decline the penalty.
Nope, they're going to kick it right from where it was.
Yep. I don't know. I know in professional football, you have the right to take that on the kickoff. I don't think in high school.
Not in high school. You're right, though. Pros, they are.
So on the attack, the extra point, Damon McCracken.
Good.
The kick is up, and it is good. 1:40 to go opening quarter here from Napoleon. Right now it's all Van Wert. The Cougars 14, the Clyde Flyers nothing. Pair of touchdown runs, an 8-yard TD run from Aiden Pratt, a 1-yard TD run from Nate Jackson, 2 Damon McCracken extra points, and Van Wert up 14-0 right now. Kick return going to be taken out by Will Lozier over the 25. Let's call it the 27. And boy, if you ever needed to answer, it's right now for Clyde.
So if they don't and have to punt this back to these guys, it could be a long evening. But I tell you something, I've seen Clyde down before and just work themselves back into a game. And so they're not out of it by any means. A lot of heart and championship play in these kids.
4 receiver set, 3 to the top of the screen here for the Flyers. Straight drop back, pass out over, running with it, over the 30, out across the 35.
Nice
Pass
game.
and catch. Jaden Cook, we'll see who comes up with that. It was Caden Olson, a 6'1", 185-pound senior wide receiver. Pickup of 9, be second down and 1.
Both offenses very similar, except Clyde keeps one back in most of the time, where Van Wert, most of the time, nobody back but the quarterback.
Cook in the shotgun, looks, rolls.
Deep,
He's looking deep, and he's going to throw the deep ball, and he's going to overthrow as in double coverage out there. But again, that's a good shot to take there when you got
One
you
to
only
go.
need 1 yard.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
And I'd be willing to bet here. Let's hope this isn't the case. But if Clyde doesn't lose yardage here, but doesn't get it, if it's 4th and a half, I don't see Coach Carter punting it here. Let's hope they get the required yard.
I
but
agree.
I think this is one, the way that Van Wert is scoring the football right now,
Yep.
you know,
You're right.
Daniels probably going to get this one. We'll see. Defensive line. There's 5 along that line right now as one of the linebackers steps in, and they'll run it straight up the middle, and he'll get it out across the 38, close to the 39. And that'll be a first down and 10. And head referee says, let's wind the clock as we approach the 1 minute mark here of the opening quarter in this regional semifinal game from Napoleon. Here's a throw out on the wing. Nice catch. Makes one man miss. Cuts it back to the middle, and then a big hit in there by number 76, Turner Witten.
Yeah, he's a big defensive lineman, but he got 5.
59 tackles for Witten on that play, but nice little bit of juking there as he got past a couple guys. Sometimes the extra 1 or 2 yards isn't worth the hit you take, but these Clyde kids are tough.
Well, kid, Chris, you pointed out, they're not real big on a defensive line, but they're awful quick.
Second down and 5.
Here comes the blitz.
And they fake it. Now they got a guy out there deep. It's thrown out there. A nice job back there defensively.
Wasn't that a nice? Got his left hand. Now, I didn't see the right hand, but the left hand was clearly in front and was able to knock the ball down.
Carson Smith, number 2, 6'1", 170-pound junior.
But he had the right idea. He could have got on the scoreboard in a quick hurry there.
Actually, it was number 3, Connor Pratt. So third down and 5. And Cook did a great job. He faked the ball to Daniels. Then he faked kind of a little jet sweep action, hid the ball on his hip.
And he had plenty of time to throw it. He had a guy out there, except, the defense played well.
All right, Clyde, you need the quick first down here. Throw.
No.
Going to be stopped just short.
Here's your thing right here. Yep. You said, Coach Carter, 4th and 1. What will he do? I don't think there's any question what he's going to do.
They're going to mark it right on the 48. He needs just shy of the 49. Yep. So, you need 36 inches normally. He needs about 34 here. 34. It's just shy. And good thing for Coach Carter, he's getting a little bit time to put this play together as the first quarter comes to the end. End of one quarter, it's Van Wert 14 and Clyde 0. Fourth and 1 here for the Flyers. Turn handoff and with it and getting the first down out close to midfield.
He's right.
It's going to be Mike Daniels. So
good call. Good call.
He didn't plow his way. He kind of took it and he just he picked his spot. And he found the spot he liked and pushed forward for 2 yards, did Daniels. Big Flyer first down here as they desperately need to answer those first 2 touchdowns from the Van Wert Cougars.
Well, they have a lot of time to do that. But they got to be methodical, and they can't take any losses.
They like to set up with that unbalanced with 3 receivers up top, 1 low, and then they switch out of it here now into a balanced set with 2 wide receivers on both sides. And Daniels moves up now. Quick slant.
He dropped it.
Yep, dropped it
nice
as it was
play.
intended for Caden Olson.
Yeah, that was a nice play. He'd have had another 10 yards easy.
Yeah. He may have heard some footsteps coming, knew he was going to take a hit.
That's always a possibility. They're right back into it again. But with this, 4 and 5 guys going out, that creates a lot of single coverage. I would think you just work on, find a weakness and keep throwing it at that person.
Single coverage again to the bottom of the screen, and they'll throw at that coverage and picking up 5, maybe 6. Give them
Yep,
6 inside
6.
the 45 to the 44 with it for Clyde.
Well, they're in 4-down zone now, so
Yep.
they got 2 plays to pick this up.
Andrew Cauble, who has 25 receptions for 440 yards and 5 TD. So one more of those, and they'll move the chains again. 3rd down and 4 for the Flyers. Ball resting on the Van Wert 44-yard line. Daniels
Nice.
straight up the middle. Daniels first
Big
down
play, big
inside the 40 to the 39.
Now you see there, Chris, they went right at him. Those kids were quick, but they can't stop the power game. They should run that play all the time.
Well, that Clyde front line there definitely moved that line.
They moved them all back.
3-4 yards.
And that's what they have to do.
Couple linebackers now showing blitz. And they're going to throw it.
He's
deep.
open.
He's out there. And again, another good breakup out there
Jeez, what a
by
breakup.
Connor Pratt.
Man,
He has what they call makeup speed.
he does.
Twice he's been beat. And he has been able, again, it's so tough to hit a guy in stride. So, the receiver had to slow down a little bit, but Pratt, just brilliant coverage out there. So they threw an incomplete pass last time on first down on that slant, and we're still able to get the 10 yards. So see what Coach Carter comes back here on 2nd down and 10. See if they go right back to Daniels up the middle.
Straight 4-3 on defense there because of jet sweep action and a run.
And they'll hand off Daniels. Daniels picks his way through one.
Look at Daniels.
Now he's dragging people forward down to the 30.
9 yards.
Yeah. And this is going to be just shy of the first down. He needs about the 29 and a half.
Yeah, Daniels, nice ball player. 1,300 yards, 21 touchdowns.
And again, look at, they've got 6 guys on that front right now, make it 5 as the outside linebackers stepped in over the center.
That was a big play. Give yourself a short 2 plays to get a short 1 yard.
3rd down and a half, and quarterback sneak right up the middle. It's going to go for 2 yards.
First down.
And a Flyer first down. So,
Chris, another thing here, by Clyde doing this, it keeps the Van Wert offense off the field.
Yes.
And that's big.
Keeps a lot of that speed on the sidelines.
Yes.
I didn't notice if Aiden Pratt's out here defensively. I know Connor Pratt, we've called his name several times. But, lots of times you'll see Aiden, you'll see middle linebacker, or a safety, a starting quarterback. We haven't called his name defensively yet, but first down and 10 for the Flyers. 9:35 on a running clock.
He has time.
Look, he's going to throw it out there and almost making the over-the-shoulder catch, but it falls incomplete. And
so close.
Yeah, I give Jaden Cook a lot of props there because he's not afraid to throw in double coverage.
No, and that's just exactly what that was, double coverage.
And frankly, he threw it where you have to throw it. If you underthrow that, it's picked off.
Yeah.
He throws it where the only guy who can get to it is a Clyde Flyers.
I love Clyde's calls here. I mean, they're making great calls.
Well, I feel a little more comfortable knowing the last 2 times on first down they've gone incomplete, still got it.
Getting 9 on second down,
So back in that 2nd and 10 situation in 4-down territory for the Flyers. Cook looks over the defense, straight back, and he throws the out.
I heard a flag or a whistle.
And
delay a game. Oh, man, that hurts.
And it happens at every level. I sit there all the time. I was watching the Ravens and Dolphins last night, and I'm watching Tua Tagovailoa, and I'm going, how's he not see the play clock? He's not even at the line of scrimmage. The play clock's at 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to make it a little tougher now on the Flyers. Might take a run out of the play here.
It may. You're right.
So 2nd down and 15, line to gain for the first down. It's about the 18.5 yard line. Jaden Cook, little go route, and he's going to throw it out there. And Cook's going to go up, and it's intercepted. Pratt Pratt makes the great interception, and now Pratt takes it to the far side of the field, still running with it. Pratt still on his feet, out across the 30, down the right sideline. Oh! And he is going to be hit. There is a flag down on this side of the field, and I'm thinking that's going to be a sideline warning on Clyde.
Well, that should be a penalty then, because they've had their sideline warning. But I thought that was interference myself on the Clyde kid.
What a interception from Connor
Pratt. He took it right out of his hands.
And then as impressive as the interception, we thought for a minute that's going for 6.
Yeah, I did.
Pratt with the makeup speed, the great hands, and then the vision to see across the field. He says, you know what? And there is the sideline warning.
That's twice. No, he called that against them.
Doesn't look like, and they are marking it off now. Only 5 yards though.
5. That's right.
Sideline
That's
warning.
right.
But Pratt picks that off. He's got right on the Clyde sideline. He says, I've got to get to friendlier territory, and he takes it across the field to the Van Wert sideline.
What a pick. Took it right out of his hands.
Big defensive stand there.
And most kids go down on one knee in the end zone, not him.
And Aiden Pratt's going to keep it, and he dives forward for maybe, actually, they're going to mark him at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, he didn't get anything here.
Second down and 10, and well, you'd have to think this is a must stop here. You can't fall behind 3 scores.
Yeah, 9 minutes to go. You can't. I mean, plus at midfield for Van Wert, that's great field position.
Yes. Second down and 10. Again, press coverage, bottom of the screen, wide receiver sweep.
Nothing.
And he'll fall forward and get 2 yards. Several Clyde players there. Bring down Braylon Parker, see if we can get some numbers.
I can't read those numbers. Impossible.
Yeah, it looked like down there for the Flashes was Dylan Overmeyer.
Those numbers should be in blue like their pants, not white.
Overmeyer, number 36, a linebacker. 3rd down and 9.
This is a big play right here.
Sure is.
He's rolling left.
Roll, looks, sidearms it
right
again.
On the money.
First down.
How does he roll left? His hips aren't even square, and he throws a perfect dime to the kid.
I'd like to know who's recruiting this young Mr. Pratt. He's only a junior.
But he's going to get better.
I've seen a lot out of him, and he's got the size. I mean, look at the size, 6'4", 195. Pratt going to keep it. Pratt going to cut it back. Being dragged is a Clyde defender as Pratt falls forward and gets 7.
If he wasn't a quarterback, he'd be a great running back.
Yeah.
Just, out of that formation. He's just a big kid.
Well, and I'm going to bet you lots of times you see a kid athletic as this, he's probably a stud either on the mat or on the basketball court. And probably a great baseball player, track star in the spring.
No question. No, he could do whatever he wants.
First down run there by Jackson.
Generally, quarterbacks are basketball players.
So first down and 10 is they get it to the Clyde 22. Pratt, little inside shuffle pass. That's going to get 6 yards.
See, just quickly they get these yards, 5, 6, 8. But you're right, they can't. I don't know what Clyde can do to stop it, but they can't go down 21.
That was Maddox Crutchfield who took that.
They need a turnover real bad. Look at him run that ball.
And going to be bottled up on about the 14.
So it's going to be 3rd and 1.
Second quarter score from Strobel Field. It's Port Clinton 6 and Perkins nothing.
Whoa. That's a little surprise.
Yeah, I thought that might be a game that the team that had the ball last might win.
Yeah.
We've seen what Port Clinton's offense can do.
Yeah.
The last 2 weeks.
Well, they got 2 of those good, Cornell and then the running back for Perkins.
Yeah. Nemitz.
That's 2 good running backs tonight.
Stay tuned for tonight's halftime show, brought to you by the Pier Pub. The Pier Pub is a great place to meet up prior to or after cheering on your team while you visit Huron for a sporting event. We are confident you will then be back at a later time to enjoy what Old North Maine has to offer. That would be the Pier Pub halftime show. We got a couple good bands here tonight we'll feature on our halftime show. We got to see Clyde out here, as Clyde's the home team, so their band got to perform a couple songs before the game and do the national anthem. And 3rd down and 1, and
this could be anything.
yeah, well, just the way they move the ball. I mean, 3rd and 1 is like a gimme for this Van Wert team.
Yeah, Clyde's packed in there, but probably be a dive to this back here.
Pratt lets somebody run through, hands off Jackson straight up the middle. And Jackson, I don't think got it. I think he lost a yard.
He did. He lost. They hit him right now. He had no chance. They handed the ball off, and boom. That's why Pratt.
I think I just saw 15 yell to the sideline and said, "Coach, I got this. I got this."
Yep, I agree.
4th and a yard and a half.
Oh, the
Pratt's
option.
going to pitch it to Jackson, and he'll get the 1st down running inside the 10.
Good call. Good call.
Big hit. But he's going to get down to the 7-yard line. So,
well, you know, Chris, that option ain't no piece of cake. You got to make a perfect pitch, but you got the athlete that's no big deal.
Pratt read that perfectly.
He read it perfectly.
And Clyde going to substitute here. I'm not sure if
this is going to be tough, boy. You get this 1st and goal with this kind of a quarterback. You know, what do you stop?
And there's Jackson on the jet sweep. Jackson being pushed outside.
Nice job. Great job.
He'll be brought down inside the 5 at about the 4. You know, other than we had a delay of game and the sideline warning, I don't think we've had a flag.
Well,
Those the only 2?
Yep, there's been no holdings.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, there was an offside. There was one offside.
Yeah,
that was it.
So clean game through exactly 6 minutes on the clock here.
Well, that's what you would hope.
Quarter.
This deep in the season, that you get a clean game. The officials let them play a little bit.
We're not seeing the Buckeyes and Browns do that.
No.
Saturdays and Sundays look a lot different than Friday nights.
Yeah. Here's a roll.
Pratt rolls, sidearms it, and it's incomplete as he was looking for Brylan Parker. Oh, number 11, Maddox Crutchfield.
Yeah, Maddox, he put it where you needed to catch it. He just dropped it.
That's Maddox makes my all-name team of the year. Maddox Crutchfield.
That's a great
Pretty
name.
good name, isn't it?
Maddox Crutchfield. Like if he'd break his leg or something, he'd really have a good match.
I don't mind their kicker's name either, Damon McCracken.
Damon is McCracken tonight.
That's right. He's added 2 extra points and made a couple hits defensively.
Okay, here they go. It's going to be quick.
3rd down and 4 from the 4-yard line.
Clyde's in the 6-5 goal. Same play.
Quick pass.
Same play.
And nice out there defensively. I think it's Robbie Greenslade who came up and made the tackle.
On Crutchfield again. And now you got what?
Actually, it was Dylan Overmeyer. So you got 4th and goal from the 2.
2. Now, if 15 doesn't handle this ball all the way.
Well, the last time on 4th and 1, they went option.
Yes.
I don't think they want to come short side of the field, though. I'd have to think this is going to go to the left. 7 seconds on the play clock. Nobody in the backfield. Down to 4, and Van Wert.
Timeout.
Yep.
You could see Coach Rucker running down the sideline going, timeout. We got to talk about this.
And this is almost a must stop here.
Well, you go to your playbook, Chris, and you say, what is our best play from the 2, with 4th down, and we got to run it and make it go.
Well, and if you're Coach Carter here, do you say, I'm going to run the defense I want and make them adjust to it here, and make them make the play?
Right.
Or, do you see what they bring on the field and go, okay, we got to match this?
You know what a lot of pros do in this situation? They run that shovel pass. They bring the tight end back a little bit and just flip him the ball because everybody else runs up the field.
Well, and if they drop it, it's not a fumble. It's incomplete.
Well, at this point, doesn't make any difference.
Right. Well, I meant the other team can't pick it up.
It's
and run the other way
pass.
with
it.
Yes.
That's right.
So, see what Clyde, if they can make another stop. They stopped them 2 possessions ago.
This would be major. This would be a major stop.
Boy, a stop and a little 98-yard drive here.
Yep.
Get the ball to start the second half.
There is time.
Punch it down. And
if you could stop him here, there is time.
Big play here. Biggest play of the game so far. Look for Pratt to roll left.
2 guys in the slot.
And Pratt rolls right. And he's going to throw, and it's caught in the end zone.
Oh, my.
For the touchdown.
He threw that ball on a string right to the guy.
And that's Connor Pratt who comes up with the touch. Pratt to Pratt sounds like a legal team, but it's good for 6.
I mean, there was a guy rushing him. He throws the ball on a rope right on the money, and the Clyde kid was right there.
So 2-yard touchdown pass, Aiden Pratt to Connor Pratt, and 5:10 remaining here in the second quarter. We just wait a Damon McCracken extra point, which is up and good. 5:10 to go first half from Napoleon. Van Wert 21 and Clyde nothing.
Question. When you walk into the boardrooms of the most successful companies here in Ohio, who do you meet? Answer. Men and women who played high school sports. Education-based high school sports give us more than athletes we can root for. They give us leaders we can depend on. Question. So where will we find tomorrow's leaders? Answer. High school sports.
This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Aiden Pratt to Connor Pratt on 4th and goal from the 2. And I tell you what, great play call there. They had me fooled. I figure all that speed, the ball's on the right hash, they're running that to the left, or at least rolling the quarterback out to the left. They almost bootlegged it to the to the short side, and great pass and catch there.
It was. Look at that high fly ball.
Catching it on the run and getting out close to midfield at about the 45-yard line.
See, I disagree with that kind of a kick, that high pop-up like that.
I do too.
Disagree. You give up field position every time.
And Clyde needs to answer right now. And again, it's just a matter. They're going to get the ball to start the second half. I know you're down 21 points, but you answer here, take the second half kickoff and score, and you're at a 1-score game.
And that's what Clyde does.
At some point here, Clyde has got to put together that last drive, great drive, but just a beautiful play by Connor Pratt on the pickoff. Throw it out in the flat here, complete, out 5 yards, 6, 7 yards on the play.
This play here has gotten them big yardage tonight.
Sure has. They love Caden Olson, the wide receiver. They bring him in motion. He's, and Cook's putting it right on the money.
Well, not only that, this wide out here is blocking his crazy.
They're going to give him 9 on the play, so it's 2nd down and 1. Daniel's going to be short there.
I don't think he got the first. He didn't gain anything here. That's
if he got anything, he got maybe 6 inches, so it's still going to be 3rd and short.
Well, he's got 2 downs to get it.
See, last time when they needed yards, they went to the quarterback sneak.
Yep.
They're going to stay in the shotgun formation here, though, with Jaden Cook. See if maybe sneaks up to the line. He doesn't. Looks at his little wristband with the plays on it. Barks out the call. Loses the football, picks it up, and now he's going to get free, but there's going to be a holding.
Big, you could see it from here.
Yep, left tackle.
Yeah, he held him
for the hold.
And it was right in front of the official. Right in front of him. Good call. The official made it. He held him.
And he would have got the necessary yardage. I couldn't tell. I thought he still had him sealed, that maybe he didn't need to hold him, because I still think that Cook could have got the edge.
Well, you know what? That's human nature from the tackle.
Yep.
You know, I got to make my block, and if the guy's beat me at all, I'm going to go reach for him. But that hurt, because now you went from 1 to 11.
Yeah, 3rd down and 1 to 3rd down and 11.
Now you need a little bit deeper pass.
I think I'd stay away from the guy at the bottom of the screen, Connor Pratt.
I wouldn't be anywhere near him, and they're not.
They'll roll right.
Good ball,
good
ball.
Out there. Pass and catch. Possibly a late hit out there. No flag.
Well, he just kind of pushed him, but I tell you what, great ball.
It's good for 10. I still believe they're
they needed
about
11.
A yard short.
Yeah, they needed 11.
So it will be 4th down and a yard.
Yep. He picked up the penalty. Yards of 10 yards. So now they need 1.
Clyde side fans get a little bit louder here as they recognize how big a play this is.
There's still plenty of time. There's the
in motion. Got 10 seconds on the clock. 4th down
Timeout.
And timeout, Clyde. Coach Carter doesn't like what he sees, so
No, he does
he's
not.
going to take a timeout. That's going to give the band a little bit more time to warm up for the Pier Pub halftime show. And I think Coach Carter recognizes, how big this play is.
Well, this is the game.
Yeah.
I'm not guaranteeing you. He's got to make this.
Well, we're still with 4:10 to go. If you don't get this, 50 yards can be picked up in 2 or 3 plays the way Van Wert's moving.
The way they're playing.
Best thing you can do here is if you're Clyde, get this yard, take another 3.5 minutes and punch it over. Because I don't get the feeling Van Wert feels like they can score from anywhere on the football field with little time needed.
With little time needed, yeah. Well, I've seen a lot of good quarterbacks throughout the years in high school football. And this young man, Pratt, he ranks right there with them. He's tough. Remember, Shelby played last week, played this Clyde team to an overtime, and Shelby was a very good team. But Van Wert is better.
Port Clinton punches it over and leads 13-0 now.
Wow.
At Strobel Field. 4th and 1 here for the Flyers. Of course, the winner here and the winner there meet for a regional championship. And first down yardage,
good tough
picking
run.
up the yardage is Cook, as he needed 1 and he got about 8.
It was just tough running.
Yes, it was.
They put the outside linebacker try to come up and hit him. He just dragged him.
He ran out of 2 or 3 tackles.
Sure did. Well, you still have plenty of time. You got all your playbook open to you.
Cook looks, he rolls, and he's going to throw it out there.
Good job.
And nice catch.
Good first down.
Get a number on that. It's number 11.
Yep.
Andrew Cobble. Cobble's had a couple receptions here. That's going to pick up about 12 and a Clyde first down. Daniel straight up the
nothing
middle.
There. They were all
Nothing.
blitzing. They were blitzing that time. I'll tell you another thing, Chris, on them deep balls that Clyde's throwing, that offensive line's giving him some time. He could sit back and throw. He's had time to pump fake, and he's thrown some nice balls out there. We haven't caught him.
2nd down and 10.
There's their favorite play right there.
They'll throw it out there. Good block from the wide receiver. Cuts it back middle of the field.
Couple yards.
And gets possibly 2, maybe 3. Let's see where they mark it. They'll mark it right on the 25-yard line. So it's going to be
3rd and 8.
3rd and 8 in what is, again, 4-down territory.
When you throw the swing pass like that, you have to have a block by the other receiver. And if he gives you a block, you're going to get 10 yards. If he don't, you're going to get 2.
2:45 here left, opening half from Napoleon. Division 4, Region 14, regional semifinal here.
Plenty of time. Look at this time.
Looking. Now he's going to roll.
Throw it.
And Cook's going to keep it, tuck it inside, and he's going to be brought down by a pair.
No gain.
And look at who was there on the tackle, number 15, Aiden Pratt.
Does this surprise you?
Wow. Well, it's the first time I've called his name here.
He's daring people to run on him.
I think Clyde still might have a timeout left. And 4th and 8, this might be a good time to take it.
Take it, boy.
Big play here. Make sure that you've got the right thing called. It probably wouldn't hurt to run this clock down, too, because if you don't get it, you don't want to give Pratt and company too much time.
Amen.
4th down and 8. They picked up 1 4th down. And
look at this.
High snap. He's going to pick it up. Pratt hits him late. He throws it towards the sidelines, and it's out of bounds.
Not catchable. That could have been close to interference, but the ball wasn't catchable.
Yeah, and just a high snap there that Cook couldn't handle.
Well, it's better than landing on the ball and giving.
Well, the funny thing is, in the NFL,
yards.
that's pass interference. Of course, in the NFL, that's roughing the quarterback. They made a call last night in the game. I mean, they didn't even knock the quarterback down, and it was roughing the quarterback.
Every week the rules change.
Yes, they do.
I think they call everybody in New York and say, here's the new rules this week.
I thought that was one that might go Clyde's way there, though. That was borderline roughing the passer. Aiden Pratt now back on the field. Just at quarterback now as he surveys the defense. He's got 75 yards to go and 107 seconds to get it there. And the first play not going anywhere as they'll actually pick up 3 on the play. I thought it was going to be.
Well, it should have been.
Yeah.
It should have been nowhere.
But again, that speed of Crutchfield, what a dynamic group of receivers, led by Crutchfield and Pratt.
And you got a
Connor
quarterback
Pratt.
that kind of gets you the ball all
Yep.
the time. If you get open, he's going to get it to you.
2nd down and 8.
There's not much time, though. They're going to have to hit something big here or they're not going to score.
Again, 5 receiver set this time. Pratt straight back. He's going to roll now. Looking. He's going to sling it.
Sidearm.
Sidearm catch out
First
over
down.
the 35.
First down. Did you see that? The blitz was coming, sidestepped it, rolled to his right, threw it sidearm right on the money.
Well, I give the Clyde coaching staff credit. They were doing what every coaching staff does. They were saying he juggled it. He juggled it.
You got to come up with something.
You always got to make something up down there, but that was just
What they don't realize is the official ain't listening.
right.
Still in that 4-3.
That last play just took 7 seconds, so
Yeah, not much.
1st and 10 from the 35.
He's
Pratt
rolling
rolls left,
deep.
and he's going to throw
No.
it deep. There's a man out there, but it's going to go incomplete. Good coverage by
Nice
Clyde.
coverage. Nice coverage. That's what they needed. Again,
Garrett Gunter, 6 foot, 180-pound junior out there.
he rolled left and flicked that 40 yards.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty good. But the coverage from Clyde was good too, so that's why it was incomplete.
2nd down and 10.
Again, not much time come off the clock.
Again, ball at the right hash, so you'd think maybe they work it to the left side
There
of the
he
field.
goes.
Pratt's going to keep it. A nice shoestring tackle in there.
Beautiful. Yep, beautiful.
Again, it's going to keep the clock running, more importantly for Clyde.
3rd down.
And it'll set up 3rd down and 6. And Coach Recker, not very, with that 21-point lead, I think the one thing he doesn't want to do is make a mistake and turn it over here.
Well, you could see they're letting
Yeah.
all this time go off.
They're taking some
he's
time
not in
going.
a hurry.
He figures, okay, if we get the 3rd and 6, I can use a timeout and start speeding it up again. But
I'm happy 21-0 at half
absolutely, and he should be. His team has played solid football here tonight.
against a good team.
Down to 3 seconds on the play clock. Pratt short pass and catch, and a better tackle
That's
out
a
there.
loss. That's a
And
loss.
It's going to be brought down, and Coach Carter going to use a timeout.
Well, I think Coach Recker's going to have to punt. I wouldn't go for this.
I was wrong. Coach Carter came out on the field there to call that timeout. He wasn't in shorts. It's one of his staff members that's wearing shorts.
Oh,
down
so you
there.
mean you got misinformation? No.
I admit it when I'm wrong.
Okay, I'll tell you what. I'm thinking all along that might be Coach Fuelling there in shorts.
As Clyde's going to get off the field again here. I think that's been 5 drives for Van Wert, and they've scored on 3 of them.
Yep,
So
3 of them.
this will be the first time their punting team has had to come out today. And if you're Clyde, let's see if they load up here to try to go. They're not going to load up. They're going to send 2 back. And see if they can get a quality return here. Clyde now has no timeouts left. Van Wert still with 2 timeouts remaining.
Any kind of a return from where they'll catch the ball won't be bad at all.
Line of scrimmage is a 39. They're back on their own 35.
Bad
Low punt, but it's going to get a roll and go out of bounds.
Oh, they're going to be up at the 40.
About the 40-yard line. Let's see.
Yeah.
They're going to call it the 38.
38. So you got good field position.
Only problem is with no timeouts left, they'll stop the clock to move the chains on a first down.
Right,
But
that's
you
it.
almost got to use the sidelines here, and Van Wert knows it.
Yeah, you're right.
So see what Coach Carter draws up here. If they have a little 62-yard play
they're
in the
gonna need
playbook. 31.3 seconds remain.
Yeah, see, they're just almost in a cover 4.
And Cook throws it out, overthrows his intended receiver out there. And that receiver is Andrew Cobble. So 2nd down and 10. I don't think you got to worry about we're getting the ball back here, so I don't
No.
think he's worried about stopping the clock.
Absolutely.
I
not.
would think that Coach Recker if Clyde turns it over on downs eventually or punts, they'll just take a knee and get us to halftime. 27 seconds even. Quick out, 6 yards. Gets to the 44-yard line. That'd be okay if Justin Tucker was your kicker.
Well, yeah.
You know, he's got a 66-yarder for the Ravens this year. Third down, and it's called a long 4. That last play took 3.4 seconds.
Yeah, they're in a straight cover 4 now back there. They're going to give him everything in front of them.
Clyde goes back to the same play. It's
Caught
going to be a catch.
First down.
Now, let's see if they get up and spike the ball. It's at the 49-yard line.
Well, unless they have a play ready to go, it's going to have to be a spike.
Yeah, and they've started the clock already.
Yeah, they did. So they spiked
and
it.
It'll be spiked with 13 seconds.
Well, you got to go up top.
Yep.
I don't care if they're in a cover 4 or not. You got to go up top.
I think the Clyde people in front of us a little mad that maybe they started that clock a little early. I do see for Clyde, number 50, was it 58? Down on the sidelines there. Max Myers.
Throw it deep, hope for an interference.
And they'll throw it out there and running out there, and
Boy.
the ball's incomplete.
You know, that our boy there, Pratt on the corner, his back was to the ball. You know, he was almost beat.
But we were wondering about Max Myers, who went off earlier. Bill, he's on crutches.
Is he on crutches
getting
now?
A little start heading for the locker room here. Surprised I saw a golf cart down there. I'm surprised they don't pick him up in the golf cart and take him there.
That's a shame.
As we are 1 to 2 plays away here. Third down and 10, 5.6 seconds remaining. Maybe they throw a quick out, use 4.5 seconds again, and just get themselves 10 yards closer.
Maybe.
They got to give him a lot of space. And here comes the rush. And Cook spins out of it. Cook still running. Cook out 40. Cook bounces it back to the right. 35, 30, 25. And he's going to be brought down on the 25-yard line. And that's going to bring us to the end of the first half.
Very exciting.
2 quarters in the books. It's all Cougars right now. Van Wert 21 and Clyde nothing. Back with the Pier Pub halftime show after this.
And that is all we
And it's now time for the Pier Pub halftime show. It's the Van Wert Marching Band, and I have a feeling it's going to be something with the Wizard of Oz. Here's the Van Wert Marching Band on the Pier Pub halftime show.
Oz is different.
Hold on here.
Oz has changed. And so, the road was destroyed. The rainbow had faded.
You're right.
Oz had changed. Just when Oz was darkest, a spark of hope awoke. And so began the Yellow Brick War. In the aftermath of the war, Oz would rise again. changed.
And continuing on our Pier Pub halftime show, it is time for the Clyde Flyer Marching Band.
Show this evening, we have three great tunes from the last 60 years. With our first chart on the field, we celebrate this song's release 55 years ago in 1966 by the Rolling Stones. Hitting number 1 on the top Billboard Top 100 back in the 60s, it will be instantly recognizable by many of our folks in the audience tonight. Here's that Mick Jagger and Keith Richards hit, Painted Black.
So you're playing the game. Okay. Because I made it just in time. He's still got a side effect.
Like we normally play, but instead is an original piece written specifically for marching bands by the great composer Mike Story. This piece has a great Spanish flavor and is energetic all the way to the last note. Here's our next chart, La Pantera, which translates in English to The Panther. out an old favorite of the band and the crowd. While you haven't heard the band play this 1960s hit by Wilson Pickett all season long, we decided to pull it together just in time for the playoff. Here's our closer of the evening, Land of 1,000 Dances.
What I do is I'll get on like their
And back we are here at Napoleon High School, just about ready for second half kickoff and what will be a must drive for the Clyde Flyers as they trail 21-0, and it's 39 degrees now. Partner Bill Hubin tells me it was a 8-yard touchdown run by Aiden Pratt, 10:14 to go in the first quarter. 1-yard touchdown run by Nate Jackson at the 1:40 mark of the first quarter. And then they had another touchdown late in the second quarter to lead 21-0. So we'll see here what Clyde can come out with. Right now, though, the Pratt brothers, Aiden and Connor, putting on a show offensively. Hopefully Clyde's got an answer here to start the second half. Kickoff return brought out across the 35 to the 38-yard line. William Lozier on the kickoff return. Be first down and 10 for Clyde, and you're down 3 scores. Every possession's almost a must score at this point. I don't think probably the least used guy on the team now is going to be the punter, trailing by 21.
Exactly, and the thing is, even in regular games, most important series of the whole game's the start of the third quarter. So this is it. They got to do something here. They've had great success with this play.
Yes, they like that play. Jaden Cook hitting Caden Olson. And Olson's probably got about 50 yards reception on that play alone.
Absolutely.
They've probably run it 4 or 5 times.
And another thing, that number 16, Griffin.
Yeah, Griffin Knotts.
Yep, he is doing some great blocking out there.
2nd and 3, throw on the outside,
nice
diving catch out over
First
the 50.
Down. There you go. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. You come out more fired up than the other team.
Andrew Cobble.
Go down there and score and get yourself back in this game.
Turn handoff with it is Mike Daniels. Daniels going to be bottled up after a 2-yard gain.
It's okay. Keep everybody honest in the middle and then go to the perimeter.
Ball reaches the Van Wert 47-yard line. Clyde got it inside of Van Wert territory 3 times.
Yes.
Of course, the half ran out on one, and
he was running before he got it.
That great interception by Connor Pratt.
I don't know how he did that.
So 3rd down and 8 now for the Clyde Flyers. See if they go back to their put Olson in motion and throw it to him while he's using that speed up the field.
Well, they got to get something now on 3rd here. They don't want to face a long 4th down.
4 wide receiver set.
Pump fake. I like
fake
that.
And hit and brought down in the backfield.
By who?
I'm going to guess it was by Aiden Pratt.
That's exactly right.
I don't even know what position
There's
he's playing
the
out
quarterback.
there. If he's a linebacker or what?
Well, he's playing like the...
kind of like a rover.
He's like
Ronnie Hickman for Ohio State, that bullet back. He's just free to roam. And
he's a right defensive end is what he's doing. And I mean, he was right there on him. Oh, man. 4th and long now.
4th and let's call it 17. Cook is your punter, and he's going to drop back in punting formation now. High snap, and
line drive.
Line drives it and rolls it just across the 35.
That's lucky they didn't take some helmet off.
Yeah, he must have just mistimed the drop there because he barely made contact with it.
He barely made contact, plus a bad snap.
Yeah.
He had to go way to his right to catch it. So he was off balance when he kicked it.
Netted about 23 yards on that kick. Cook averages just over 37, but offensively, here comes those Cougars again.
Yeah, you don't like to see the ball in their hands. Too dangerous.
And you'd think up 21, 5 wide receiver set. That's how we run here.
That's what we do.
2-yard gain for Aiden Pratt.
You would think Aiden Pratt would want some help around him, but he don't need it.
Well, Bill, you had an interesting talk with some people up here in the press box. They said almost every game, Pratt hooks up with Pratt for 50.
He just told me, so get ready. You're going to see Pratt to Pratt for about a 50-yarder. It's coming. That's what he said.
Pratt, bottom of the screen here is defensively. Cobble has him. And they'll throw quickly out there.
You got to block. If you don't block that first guy, that's what happens.
Maddox Crutchfield makes the catch, and a host of Clyde Flyers put the stop on him. So 3rd down and long. This one 3rd down and 9 for the Cougars.
So you could see how that long bomb could take place because the Pratt kids flanked way over here.
Yep. They're looking opposite
there
side.
should have been a sack there.
And they're going to run out of it and get 1st down yardage. Aiden Pratt still running all the way into the Clyde sideline on the Clyde side of the field. So, boy, he just used the strength of his legs to run through a potential sack. And
well, that's the thing.
Got to wrap up.
You get your secondary playing man-to-man. Their backs to you. You get by that first wall, you got a 10, 15-yard gain.
17-yard pickup there for Aiden Pratt. 1st down and 10 as the Cougars move the chains. We look over at the lights here, and there's a big little rain and wind blowing right now out there. And that pass and catch is going to be good for 3.
Just
They'll mark it at the 44.
Clyde has had much more success with that pass than the Van Wert team. But,
yes, stopping it.
Stopping it, yeah.
As windy night, we look over at the flag there. It looks like the wind may have switched directions. It was out of the south earlier.
Yeah, you're right. It's out of the north now.
And here's a run with Jackson, and Jackson's going to get close to first down yardage.
You are right, Chris. That wind swung around 180 degrees. My goodness.
Be 3rd down and 1. Clyde going to get caught with too many men on the field, and the play doesn't go anywhere, but they were not able to substitute in time as Clyde had 13 players on the field.
13 on the field, well, and Pratt knew he had a 5 quick yards coming, so it wasn't bothering him. The thing is, Chris, is that rain or is that snow?
And it's circling. I mean, look at it here.
Yeah.
And starts to rain a little harder, which for us, we're protected in the booth. It's a little cold up in the booth, but I feel bad for those student sections down there. And right now I feel bad for the Clyde student section because the winning student section sometimes just lives with it.
That's right.
Pratt going to throw it on the outside.
Yeah, he has, I'll tell you what, he has that Lamar Jackson release.
Yes, he does.
Man, he throws that sidearm.
Pickup of 2 on the play, 2nd down and 8. And the only bad thing right now for Van Wert is they run a lot of plays out of bounds. You want to keep the clock rolling.
They do. They make a long quarter.
Aiden back to pass. He's going to
There's
throw
your
it
pass.
long for Connor. And incomplete out there.
That might have been it, Chris.
Yeah, well, it wouldn't have been 50 because the line of scrimmage is the 32.
Well, you know what he's in the huddle. He's probably telling me in the huddle, let's get a holding call.
Right.
So we got to throw it further.
3rd down and 9 for the Cougars.
This will be interesting because here's the test of a good quarterback. Can he get that 9? You know, a little bit of rain, balls might be a little slippery.
And taking a lot of time getting the play in over there. Coach Recker finally gets it into Aiden Pratt. And Pratt will get his team set with 6 seconds on the play clock, sends a player in motion, and he is going to roll right with it. Being chased down.
Right on the money.
Throws it complete.
Threw a dime right on the money.
And great pass and catch there to Trey Loddick.
Trey Loddick is that defensive back we've been watching all night here, knocking down passes.
5'10", 160-pound wide receiver and defensive back.
Good athlete.
And that's good for a 1st down. Jackson going to take the handoff and cuts it back up. He's going to get it down close to the 10-yard line.
About 5 yards.
That was all Jackson.
All Jackson, yeah. He made that nice cut. Well, you see Pratt when he's on a roll, look out, because he could run or throw. That RPO's in effect when he's got it.
2nd down, they're going to give him 3 on the pickup, so 2nd down and 7. And Coach Recker now being a little, taking a little more time between play calls here.
You're right, he is.
And
they
Pratt's
got him
going to keep it, and he's going to get brought down back at the original line of scrimmage, so loss of 3.
Okay, this will be a big play here.
Yeah, and I think it'd be interesting if they don't get any yards here. I'd like to know if Van Wert gives a field goal a try here.
I don't think they're going to try a field goal.
I don't either, but if it's 4th and 10 and you want to go up 4 scores, I guess 24 is still 3 scores. It's 3 touchdowns and 3 two-point conversions.
Clyde's got everybody in the box now.
Jackson in motion.
Playing man-to-man.
Pratt looking, rolling, throws and tipped. And incomplete. Good defensive play out there.
Well, we're going to see if they run the field goal here, what you've been looking for.
Yeah, I think.
4th and 11. They're looking over to the sideline. I don't see a kicker coming out.
They say, let's go for it. Put a lot of faith in that 6'4 junior, Aiden Pratt, and why not?
They do. That's right.
Northwest Ohio's got some stellar quarterbacks. Pratt, there's another one in Findlay who's playing tonight. He's a freshman, and he's already been offered by the Buckeyes.
Oh. That's
Fourth
unreal.
down. There's a throw.
He's open.
And out there,
Nope.
incomplete.
Great coverage,
Great coverage by Clyde
Great coverage.
as they were looking for Maddox Crutchfield, and Clyde's defense is going to hold up here.
That's great. That's
That's great.
great news if they could move it now.
Yep. We just got to figure out a way to punch it in the other end zone. As 5 minutes and 50 seconds gone by here, third quarter. 6:10 to play in the third quarter as Clyde looking for that opening score. And, they've moved the ball between the 30s.
Yes. Yes. Very, very, very good.
That last possession, that untimely holding penalty hurt them.
Here we go.
And they're going to throw it long and just overshooting a receiver who was running free out there.
He was 2 yards behind everybody.
Yep.
But that's a tough pass to throw on a cold night.
As
The wind right in your face. I mean, he really threw it out there a long way.
Brady Wilson running out there. But a pass, about a yard and a half, 2 yards past him.
Yep.
Maybe they can make a connection here. Couple plays from now.
I like
That would have been a big answer, yes. Rolling. They'll throw it out in the flat.
See,
and
now-
great tackle.
Yeah, that wasn't a good read because he was sitting out there.
Yep.
The corner was sitting on the play.
Well, I don't know if it was his check down and he just didn't see anybody else out there, but you're right.
Yeah.
That one much better covered
Oh, boy.
defensively.
Yeah.
Third down and 10.
Now, see, they got to pick something up here because if not, you're going to have to punt. You're not in 4 down zone now.
No, and you're punting into the wind
Into
the way the
wind,
wind's
so
changed.
You need a first down right here.
Look, they fake the handoff, roll left, looking,
Deep.
and they're going to throw deep again.
He's
And that might be
interference.
pass
That's
interference.
interference. Oh!
They're going to say no
They
flag.
didn't call it. I can't believe it.
Coach Carter coming out there
No, he
asking
tripped
why.
the kid. He did. He tripped the kid. See, that official's going to say that their feet got tangled. But from where they just hit Carter with a
And
penalty.
Coach Carter going to get a
Oh,
penalty.
he had to say a few things. He's hot.
And he's saying a few more things right now, and I don't blame him.
No, I tell you what, that was interference. That guy just didn't even call it to watch. See another penalty, he's gone.
Well, the official that's talking to him now was way away from the play. He couldn't,
He's
couldn't
trying to
tell what happened.
Yeah, he's trying to explain something. He don't know what he's talking about. But I'm going to tell you something. In my mind, that was interference.
Yeah, it was the back judge who missed that one.
Oh, absolutely, he missed it. And the back judge ain't nowhere near to tell him why he did it.
Well, the only good thing about the play, the line of scrimmage is the 15. He got hit with a 15-yard penalty, but they can only march off 7.5 yards.
Yeah, I mean, you hate to see a coach get a penalty, but I tell you what, when you're down 21-0, you get a 50-yard interference. Not that it's 50 yards, you get 15, but still, it's first down.
Hey, come on, guys. I mean, give a coach a little bit of leeway. He's losing 21-0. He sees his guy get dragged down, and the official not involved in the play throws the flag on him. Sometimes the officials want to be a bigger part of the game than what they need to be.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. Look at this short kick into the wind.
Yep, and it's going to take a Van Wert bounce, and they're going to take over on the 37 out. Always said the best officiated game is the one where you don't mention the officials.
Where you don't say their name.
And unfortunately, we've mentioned these officials a few times here as the Clyde faithful in front of us.
I hate to see that on Clyde because it wasn't that their feet were meshed up. He tripped him. He was beat, and he tripped him. And but anyway, it was called.
Yep.
Let's play ball.
So now the Clyde defense going to have to step up again. First down and 10, and there's that shuffle pass inside.
They like the shovel pass.
Only going to pick up 2. Clyde obviously's got that play scouted, and they're coached up there as they hold that to a 2.5-yard gain. Let's call it second down and a short 8.
Short 8. Well, the thing is, Coach Recker's taking his time making the calls, and with a 21-0 lead, you can do that. There's no urgency whatsoever.
Well, I'm a little surprised Van Wert has been beat twice deep on that last possession.
Yes.
You would think, and there's Jackson running, and Jackson going to lose a yard.
He's going to lose a yard.
As that Clyde defense going to step up again and bring up third down and 9.
Well, I think Coach Recker's just saying we're going to run basic plays
Yep.
here and take time off
Yep.
and not risk a fumble or an interception.
We've seen we've seen Pratt, Aiden, in this position, 3rd and long, and he's thrown dimes. He's put the ball right on the money. He's going to run this
There's
one.
the run.
And it's going to get about 8 yards
About
on the
8.
carry.
About 8.
And frankly, that's about what he wanted to get.
That's
set
exactly
up 4th
what he
and
wanted.
manageable.
Yep.
And the manageable is going to be 4th and a long 2.
See, now what Clyde's going to have to be wary of if they'll do it. If Aiden rolls left and keeps it, it's another tough play to defense.
Well, and again, ball line of scrimmage about the 29.5. They have to get it to the 27. 4th and 2. And he is going to roll left. Good defensive push. Throw over the middle for Connor Pratt.
Now that was
now
face
they're going to
guarding.
get, that one was definitely face
That
guard.
was a call. That was a call. Now, I don't know in high school if they still have face guarding. He may have called, not playing the ball, but it was definitely interference.
Yeah, the Clyde defender, and there's a situation, unfortunately, right call made.
Yep.
Just didn't make the right call the possession before.
Exactly.
You wouldn't have these fans so uptight right now.
15-yard penalty. The Clyde fans are going crazy down here.
Yeah, they'll march it off down inside the 15 to the 14. And Pratt will bring his team up to the line. 1st down and 10, 3:23 to play 3rd quarter, and we're right where we were at halftime. That's at 21-0.
Referee stopped the clock.
Well, yeah, because the football that was thrown, nobody went and got it. It was laying in the end zone, the incomplete pass.
That makes sense to go get it, yeah. Here we go.
So they'll throw it over to the Vancouver sideline, and we'll go 5 wide again for Aiden Pratt, and he's going to fake it and take it right up the middle.
He loves that
Dives forward inside the 10.
He loves that play. He's a daredevil is what he is.
And it's going to be a pickup of 5.
Quick 5.
Yep.
10-yard line. You could get a 1st down at the 5.
I want to talk about a dual threat quarterback. He's the definition of dual threat quarterback.
Isn't that the truth? And you could put him as a receiver. He'd be an all-state receiver.
Pratt looking, and there's one deflected. No, it's just slung out there for the touchdown.
What a throw.
What that time from Aiden Pratt.
Man, number 11.
Maddox Crutchfield again for the touchdown. So 2:49 to play here, 3rd quarter. And they look to make it 28-0. McCracken on for the extra point.
And he's still cracking.
Yep. McCracken a perfect 4 for 4. 2:49 to play, 3rd quarter. Van Wert 28, Clyde nothing. All right, must answer time for Clyde as the senior class of the Clyde Flyers possibly facing their final quarter of football coming up. 2:49 to play here as this kickoff is returned, and a big stick
My Lord, oh geez.
by Van Wert.
Did you get that number, Chris? We're so
didn't.
far away.
I didn't get the number. I got the license plate of that
Yeah,
truck.
I tell you, he went down here and made a stick of all sticks. That's the hit of the game.
Be a great time to tell you that we'd like to thank Matthews Ford in Sandusky. When you make it Matthews, we make it happen. Stop by for a test drive. That's at Matthews Ford in Sandusky. Wouldn't it be great to say this Clyde touchdown brought to you by Matthews Ford in Sandusky?
I'd even like it better if they say that the announcers get a Ford for a month.
Here's the throw in the flat to Caden Olson.
Not much.
No. And again, that's the second time now they've strung this one out. The last 2 times they've run it. But again, maybe the fact that they're playing that pass in the flat, that might be why they've had a couple guys open.
Yep, you're right.
I think the Van Wert players right now a little confident. They should be leading 28-0, and they're running around, hitting guys, making hits, having fun out there.
Look out! Oh, stop me! Fumble!
Yep, and going to be picked up and running out of bounds.
Got about 2 yards out.
Yeah, got over the 30 to the 31.
I mean, he's 10 yards back. He fumbles the ball, picks it up, and gains 2 yards. That's not bad play.
Well, and you're really in that you're in the danger zone, because you're 3rd and long. You almost can't punt.
Yeah.
You probably won't get 4 possessions in the fourth quarter.
No.
But if you don't get it, it's just like name your score you're leaving Pratt only 30 yards to get.
Right. Well, this big 3rd down here. They need to get a little pass up in the air and get completion.
Straight back is Cook.
There it goes again.
Going to throw long. Defenders out there, and pass is going to be caught.
I think he caught it. What a catch!
And came down hard. See if we can get a number here. Number 10 came away with it. That's Brady Wilson. Yeah,
he ran a great route and great hands. Good job, Brady.
Leading receiver with 45 catches for 864 yards and 6 touchdowns. This pass batted down.
Wilson had flipped the field for him.
Yeah.
Put him in a great scoring position, but they got to get it in.
They certainly do here.
I mean, Clyde's playing for a lot of pride. I mean, they've been in so many big games over the years.
They're battling hard right now, these Flyers. Second down and 10.
Not 1 ounce of quitting, these kids.
And when you trail 28, it kind of takes Mike Daniels out of the game. His 1,300 yards rushing. They may go to him here, but you got to score quickly.
Right.
Slant and pass is caught and brought down inside the 13 at the 12. And they're going to say pickup of 11, move the chains, 1st down and 10 from the 12-yard line. So Clyde can still get a 1st down, and now Daniels going to get it, and he's going to stumble and fall down inside the 10 at the 9. Shoestring tackle there as Damon McCracken picked up the tackle. 2nd down and 7.
They're right there quickly. They could still get a 1st at the 2. They got everything going for them to get in that end zone.
1:35 as the clock runs. Pass out in the flat. Olson catches it, but he gets nothing.
No, that's a no gain.
Yeah, a host of Cougars just swarmed to that football. And
well, there's a perfect example. The closer you get to the end zone, you don't have to worry about those guys backing up.
Right.
They're up there close to you, and that's not a real good pass to throw with all those guys on top of you.
3rd down and 9. See if they roll.
Need a slant.
Cook to the right side of the field here.
Yeah. Boom, right there.
Quick out, caught at the 5. Actually, he's going to be brought down inside the 5 at the 4. And that's going to be short, about 2.5 yards. Bring up 4th down, and let's call it 2 from the 4-yard line.
Yeah, that Ludwig kid, he was given a little bit too much room there, and Clyde took advantage of it. But, boy, his biggest play of the game, no doubt.
61 seconds here on the clock, 3rd quarter. Clyde has to answer as they trail by 4 touchdowns, 28-0. And Cook looks to go in under center. He does. He turns hands off Daniels. Daniels is going to march it towards the end zone.
Touchdown.
And get into the end zone for the touchdown. 4-yard touchdown run, Mike Daniels. And Clyde has answered that Van Wert touchdown and got on the board here tonight. And you can tell what side we're sitting on. We're on the 2nd level of this press box, and it's shaking a little bit. That means the Clyde fans got to their feet here to cheer on the effort of these Clyde Flyers.
Well, give them credit. They had that ball way down here at about the 30, went 70 yards, and got on the board. Now the shutout is out of there.
An extra point
looks good
coming. And it's up, and it's good. So with 57 seconds to play here, third quarter, Clyde's cut into it. It's Van Wert, 28, and Clyde 7. Clyde gets the touchdown. McCoy Dickman gets the extra point. And Dickman will kick off now, and he will go onside. Loose ball, and then covered nicely there.
21.
Gage Steeman.
Gage, nice job.
6 foot, 160 pounds.
Sophomore.
And Van Wert going to take over on the 47-yard line. Gotta love high school football. The Firelands Auto Group wishes everyone a great night. Firelands Chevy Buick in Norwalk, and Firelands Toyota, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram in Sandusky. Thank you to the Firelands Auto Group and Bill. Another big defensive series here. And there's that man, 12 yards on the carry.
There's that man. You said that right, Chris. He's a man.
I wonder, I'm just waiting for him to get up on one of these runs, lift up his uniform, and see a big S under it.
Yes, you're right.
He has been Superman tonight.
Boy, he has.
And we'll probably have one more snap here, and the third quarter will come to an end as the clock winds down close to 30 right now, and
unless he throws
18
it
on the play clock. Yeah, unless he throws it, and I don't think he will.
You never know with this group.
Not the way he's picking up yards. And he'll fake the throw, and he's going to keep it. Clyde's going to bring him down at the line of scrimmage. 17 seconds, though, and that should bring us to the end of the third quarter. It doesn't look like Clyde has any use to call a timeout here. They're saving them for the fourth quarter. 3 quarters are in the books here. Division 4, Region 14 semifinal, and right now, Van Wert leads Clyde 28-7. Second down and 10 as we get ready to start the fourth and final quarter here from Napoleon High School. As Van Wert tries to add on to their 3-touchdown lead, 28-7. Pratt going to keep it.
Look out.
Pratt going to bounce it to the outside, and he's got nothing but empty grass in front of him, and he'll make a house call into the end zone. Pratt from 42 yards. Aiden Pratt just continues the big night with another big one. This one from 42 yards out. And again, that dual threat, and not a whole lot you can do about it.
No, he was gone.
He's what amazes me about watching him here is that he's got the strength to run up the middle. He's got the speed and the maneuverability to make guys miss and then beat them to the end zone.
You got it.
McCracken extra point line drive, and it's wide left. We're going to keep it right here. It's just 9 seconds gone by as the first play of the fourth quarter. Aiden Pratt decides to go 42 yards.
Well, the quickness after he broke the line of scrimmage, he was out of there.
Give us a time to pay some rent and thank the Sandusky Mall. Thank you to the Sandusky Mall. Experience it all there at the Sandusky Mall. Hey, we're coming up on Christmas season. And hopefully the supply chain issue isn't a problem and all the stores can get all their goods.
That is the issue, Ben. That's the truth. Some people claim there's not going to be much.
Yeah, I wonder about that. That's crazy right now.
You know what I wonder at this point here in the game, do you keep Pratt in the game?
Yeah,
because you got another game next week.
I was going to tell you, Bill, if December 25th comes by and you don't get your present from me in the mail,
yes,
it's a supply chain issue. Just so you know.
Well, you know that works two ways, don't you?
Yeah, I won't expect one.
Yes, there you go.
Are you just telling me now? Supply chain issue?
I can see it going downhill.
All right. Kickoff from McCracken, going to be taken at the 23-yard line up the right side and out over the 35, close to the 40-yard line. Goes Lozier. And Clyde, again, probably won't even get the ball 4 more times.
Oh, absolutely not.
Not the way that that Van Wert can move the chains. But again, for a lot of these seniors playing their last game here, you certainly don't want to finish the game with a running clock. And
no.
If there's a stop and a score, we will have a running clock. So
you got it.
Clyde going to look to answer and have another chance at an onside kick. They'll fake the short one, does Cook, and now he rolls left and just has to throw it away down the left sideline as he was getting pressured out there by Caden Bates.
Well, he had the guy was coming down on him. He had to unload it. But you know what? He was trying to throw the little swing pass. That was his first read. The corner come up and took it away, so that's when he looked a little bit deeper. But they need to get the ball up the field. The 5 yards, 10-yarders aren't going to help. You need to get a couple big plays in here.
2nd down and 10. Just 2 linebackers in there now as 5 defensive backs in the game. And pass out here in the flat. Brady Wilson kind of either heard some footsteps or looked where the defense was, took his eye off the ball and dropped that one.
And the thing that he had to his advantage, the corner was about 10 yards off him. He had the easy catch, but he dropped it, so it didn't make any difference. Now you got 3rd and long.
3rd down and 10, and see if this defensive line pins their ears back and comes after one Mr. Jaden Cook. Cook going to throw it out there.
Little
bit high, and having to go up for it was the wide receiver.
That would have been a first down, but...
Yeah. It was the right route. Again, Cook, though, just being pressured, kind of rolling and had to throw across his body. That's a tough throw.
Tough throw.
And, again, Cook is the punter, so hard to say what they might do here. 4th down and 10, just 30 seconds gone by here. 4th quarter.
4th and 10, big play, but
10 seconds on the play clock, and it looks like they're going to snap it and go for it on 4th down and 10, and they're going to throw it long down the left sideline. They've got a receiver out there, and it's tipped and caught by Clyde.
Good job, good job.
That Van Wert defender tried to knock it down.
He sure did. Well, he tipped it to the guy. He tipped it right to Clyde.
And it was tipped to Clyde, and that was Griffin Knopf who makes the catch off the deflection.
Griffin's had a couple nice catches tonight, but none better than that.
That good for 40-plus yards, and 1st down and 10 on the 15. Quick out, pass and catch. Good inside the 10. They'll mark it at the 8 for Brady Wilson. Brady Wilson, one of the seniors here on this Clyde team, and
stop the clock for something.
Yeah, not sure what.
Just getting everybody ready.
Yeah. Looks like it's going to be 2nd down and 1, so they'll hand off to Daniels. Daniels going to bounce it to the outside and into the end zone again. Mike Daniels with his 2nd touchdown run, so that took under a minute for Clyde to answer that score. There was 11:51 on the clock when Aiden Pratt went 42 yards for the touchdown. And here, Daniels, mainly the big play was that deflected fourth down and 10 pass, but Daniels goes over from 5 yards out, and his second rushing touchdown. McCoy Dickman on to attempt the extra point. And that kick is up, and that kick is good. So with 10:57 to play, Clyde isn't going to go down without a fight. It's Vancouver 34 and Clyde 14. So back we are here at Napoleon, and as we went to break there, I'm so cold up here in the press box, I was thinking hockey. My partner says, I think you just said Vancouver. And I go, I did say Vancouver. We thought it was the Canucks playing here tonight.
The Canucks.
But
another onside.
It's Van Wert, onside kick, going to be covered. Good onside kick there, and
it was a good onside kick.
The hands team of Van Wert just a little bit better.
And the only bad thing about that, when you lose the onside kick, you're giving Van Wert good field position.
Yeah. Well, even you have to think about whether you're saying Van Wert.
I almost said Vancouver.
Well, I saw the VW and almost said Volkswagen. I was going to say it's Whirlpool versus Volkswagen with Clyde down there.
Very true.
10:55 to play here. And 34-14.
Pratt's still in the game.
Yeah, well, and again, Clyde scored so quickly that you got to think to yourselves, okay, we got to run a little clock, and what do? Almost throw an interception there.
Well, he wanted the quick hook up there for about 10 yards, but he overthrew him.
Yeah, Clyde had somebody in that back row of defense as they had a couple defensive backs spread out across about the 42, 43-yard line, and at midfield back there, it fell just in front of the Clyde safety. So second down and 10, and just 4 seconds run off the clock, and he's going to keep it and just get back to the line of scrimmage. So solid play here for Clyde.
I mean, you never can play a game trying to run away from injuries.
Right.
But with this big lead boy, when he keeps the ball, always running that risk of turning an ankle.
Well, one thing Van Wert is doing right now, they recognize how much time's on the play clock. Your Coach Carter, you got 3 timeouts left. If you get a stop here on third down and 10, do you use one of your timeouts here to save 35 seconds here?
You have to save it when you can.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Rolling out is Pratt, looking, sidearm delivery, and it's going to be dropped by Connor Pratt, so you don't need to even think about that timeout.
That's right.
As that drive, about 45 seconds ran off the clock.
That's all.
So still some life for the Flyers.
And they are running a punt team in, so they're going to get the ball back, but they got to score.
As the punt team does come in, a pair of Clyde Flyers back deep, standing inside the 40 at about the 35. Line of scrimmage is the 38, so if it reaches them at the 35, that's the 20. That'd be a 27-yard punt. Let's see where he kicks it to. Punt on the way, end over end. It's going to bounce.
Oh, he's getting a decent roll.
And he's going to get a roll down to the 25-yard line. So 37-yard punt, pretty good into this win.
In that win, it's a good punt.
And Clyde will take over first down and 10 on, let's see where they mark it. Let's call it about the 29, I think. Actually, no, they're going to go down and mark it at the 24. Let's call it the 25. First down and 10, 9:55 to play. And see if Clyde has a little bit of magic left in them here.
They might.
At Napoleon tonight. They trail by 20. Jaden Cook, straight back, drops and throws it. And good for a catch. Connor Pratt out there defensively.
No first down, so the clock keeps running.
Yeah, but good for 8 yards. I think at this point, you know, if you can run 8-yard patterns and complete them every 12 to 15 seconds,
That's right.
you'll get downfield pretty quick. I know they'd like to bite off bigger chunks, but
Well,
you can't score punting the ball, so
That's right.
you gotta keep the chains moving to give yourself a chance. 2nd down and 2. Cook looks. He's
Look
going
at
to
this.
fire long, and
Oh, boy.
nobody out there.
Yeah.
At one, you know, the defenders kind of ran into each other there, but Cook just let it fly.
Well, Van Wert had him 3-on-2 over there, so that was a little bit tough. I don't know if he maybe did that on purpose.
Well, and again, they've thrown it long an awful lot tonight.
lot.
So they see something there. Now you'd have to suspect you're going to see a quarterback run or Daniels with the run here as it's 3rd down and 2.
There's that quick out.
Quick out, pass and catch,
He
and it's
dropped
going to
it.
be incomplete
Yeah.
as they were looking again for Brady Wilson. And it's going to set up 4th down and 2.
Well, this has been an opportunity to run that quick out. The corners, because of the big lead, you know, they're playing off them a little bit, but you got to catch it.
Well, certainly they set up tight formation here.
Here's Mr. Daniels.
And Daniel's going to get it. I don't think he got it.
No.
Well, actually, where the near side guy has it marked, it's going to be 1st down.
Yes, he does. No, there was like maybe a 1-yard gain at the most. Or maybe
Oh,
nothing.
you're right. Yeah, I was looking at the down yardage
Yes.
over there. They mark it at the 34. They needed to get to the 35. So Van Wert going to take over on downs.
They sure are.
Well, and I just wonder, you know you're down points, but if that shouldn't have been the 3rd down play there, you know, to give yourself a chance then on 4th if they didn't pick it up.
You're right.
They had a good play call called, though, on 3rd down. It just, you know.
Yep. Well, it should have been a first down.
Should have been a 1st down. Should have been a catch by Wilson there.
That's right.
So 34-yard line is where Pratt's going to take over, and he's going to hand it off to Jackson. Jackson's going to bounce it outside.
A couple yards, not much.
Get brought down on the hash mark right side after about a 2-yard gain. 2nd down and 8.
Yeah, they're just chipping away at the clock right now.
As taking a lot of time looking over to that sideline. 8:35 on a running clock. Still 20 left on the play clock. So after, you know, only taking up 50 seconds their last possession, they're going to make sure that they use some time here.
Right.
2nd down and 8. See if this is a Pratt keeper here. Jackson hasn't got the ball much, and Van Wert is going to take a timeout as they got that play clock down, you know, inside 5, and then maybe didn't like the look they had. So Coach Recker going to take a timeout and talk with his team about it here. As ball control right now is the name of the game.
Absolutely.
For Van Wert.
Yep. You're on time management now. How well can you manage the clock? Well, with a 20-point lead, you could manage it pretty good.
Yes. So 8:15 to go here. I was going to check. We did have the last check in the other regional semifinal game. At halftime, it was 13-7 Port Clinton, and see if we have any update from over at Strobel Field. 14-13 Pirates,
Told you.
fourth quarter.
So I wouldn't be surprised if it's 14-13, and that's what they did.
Coach Santoro got a little 14-point run here as his Pirates have come back.
Yep.
All right, out of that timeout, 2nd down and 8 for the Cougars. And Pratt is going to keep it. He bounces it to the outside, and nice tackle there. That almost looked like the play he went 42 yards on.
If he'd have got by that tackle, he might have won again.
He'll pick up 2. He'll spot it on the 30. 3rd down and a short 6. As Coach Recker, I think you're going to keep it on the ground here.
You should.
It's 4-down territory. You run the clock here, and then if you want to throw, you throw it on 4th down.
Well, unless he's going to keep it, they're going to throw.
Yeah, there's a pump
look
fake,
in the middle.
and they're going to throw it out down the left sideline,
missed.
and it's going to go incomplete down the left sideline.
Ludwig, he missed him. He was by himself running down the middle.
Yeah,
He missed it.
he was hoping Clyde went for that pump fake. And,
Was he open? He had his mind made up. You know, he was going to throw to the other guy, but
well, again, I can't argue that play call, but I'm just not so sure if you don't run it. Run 40 more seconds and then call that on fourth down.
yeah.
You know, to keep that clock running. Now it is fourth down, and if they run it and don't get the yards, and he's gonna throw
By
it. He's got a
himself.
man out there.
Oh, my. By
And
himself.
down on the 2-yard line, and he could have run that for 20.
He could have ran it. Yep, you're right.
But he actually finds out of the backfield Nate Jackson.
And Nate just ran right out of the backfield, right down to the 2 and stood there. And he caught it, and he jumped out of bounds.
And I don't know, they're trying to get the chain set. They don't need to get the chain set as it's first and goal from the 2.
No, it's going to be a handoff here to Jackson.
I would think Jackson's going to see it. Jackson does.
No, he
and
ain't
Clyde,
new.
Johnny on the spot, loss of 1 as they'll mark it back to the 3-yard line.
I think they knew, like we did, that Mr. Jackson was getting the ball. Yeah.
Well, they fooled me once. I thought for sure on that 4th down and 2 play that Pratt was going to keep it, and Pratt ran the option to Jackson.
Yeah.
See if they don't come back with something like that. The only thing with the option here is if it's ball gets down on the field, you don't make the perfect option throw. Clyde could go 98 yards for a score.
Scoop and score. There's the option.
And they're going to run the option to Jackson, and Jackson's going to be dives forward and into the end zone. Looked like he might be stopped at about the 2, but Jackson's second effort is going to get him across the end zone. 40-14, Van Wert as they go back out on top by 26.
A lot of points for regional championship.
Yes, and unfortunately just not enough of them for the good guys, the Clyde Flyers.
Yeah.
Not that Van Wert's the bad guys, but the team in our viewing
team
area.
in our area, sure.
Yep. It was Van Wert showing in 2021 that they're a force to be reckoned with, and that their 2020 state championship was no fluke.
Oh, that's for sure.
And a lot of coaches say when you go in to take on a team, they're the champs until somebody beats them.
Until somebody beats them.
41-14. We'll be back with the kickoff when we return.
We're going somewhere and all we have is our devotion, and that is all we
So kicking off here will be Damon McCracken. McCracken's hit 5 of his 6 extra points here, as it's 41-14 right now.
Mr. McCracken has got a lot of work tonight.
Yes, he has. He's played a lot of snaps in the defensive backfield, made a few tackles, the extra points, and
kickoffs.
Yeah, kickoff, 6:37 to go. I did want to go through this roster for Clyde and talk about the seniors playing in their last game. Number 3, 5'11" senior William Lozier. Cade Carroll, number 5. Jaden Cook, number 6. Caden Olson, number 7. We'll go through these throughout this drive here. Cook drops back, looks, rushes on. He rolls out to the left, gets through one defender, and gets it out to the 40-yard line. Angel Guzman, number 9. Brady Wilson, number 10. Andrew Cobble, number 11. Robbie Greenslade, number 15. Griffin Knopf, number 16. Kyle Fluelling, number 20. Jared Bulger, number 26. Michael Daniels, number 28. Dylan Overmeyer, number 36. Look, they're going to throw it long. Man out there and just short, and no flag.
No, the ball was way overthrown.
You're going to say uncatchable?
Yeah, that's a good call.
McCoy Dickman, number 37. Hayden Myers is number 51. Logan Homler, number 53. Remington Norman, 59. Walker Britt, number 66. Donovan Dayringer is number 70. Jason Whiting, number 75. Anthony Roofing, number 76. Those are your seniors playing in their final football game here for the Clyde Flyers tonight.
There's the out.
Yep.
Too high.
Tip pass is going to be tipped and too high. That's going to bring up 4th down as we go inside 6 minutes here. So, these kids played a lot of good football games over their years here for Clyde.
Isn't that the truth?
And, a lot of these seniors, they were sophomores when the Flyers won that 2019 state championship game in a year where I think a lot of people didn't think they had a chance to do it.
Well, they finished 6-4.
Yeah.
And then went 5 straight games for to win it all.
So 4th down and 5 from the 40. Jaden Cook, 2-step drop. Throws the slant.
Nice ball.
Yeah, threw a great ball.
Yeah.
And on a cold night, just a tough one to catch.
That's tough.
Goes through the hands of the receiver and taking over 1st down and 10. And I think I see a different quarterback in there.
Do you? Okay.
We'll see.
Well,
I think I see Brylan Parker.
No.
Yeah, number 7's in the backfield, and he's listed as a quarterback.
Yes, okay. Well, he's with
but he's with Aiden Pratt.
He's with Aiden Pratt, so I don't know.
I see some different receivers out there. Spencer Clay, a sophomore. So they brought Brylan Parker in as a running back.
No, I think your quarterback is
And I'll
Mr.
be
Pratt.
shocked if we see this ball in the air.
You will?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a handoff to Parker. Parker uses those legs, keeps them churning, and is going to get 2 to the 38-yard line. Now, maybe on 3rd down, if it's 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7, but...
Well, it'd be me. It'd be all runs.
Yeah, well, I think whatever you do, you don't want to take any chances of having Aiden Pratt take any extra hit. So
I
running the ball with the quarterback or leaving him in the pocket, for anything more than a 3-step
But he's
quick
the only
slant.
one there.
I know. Well, that's why you just got to be a quick pass if you're going to do
There
it.
goes
He's going to keep it.
He's getting clobbered.
Yeah, and he gets brought down in the backfield. So
Yeah, I just...
be a 1-yard loss.
You take a heck of a gamble. I know he's tough. I know he's a great athlete, but you can't get him beat up, especially with that lead.
Inside 5 minutes. Be down about 4.5 when they snap this ball here. As Van Wert again showing why they were the defending state champs, and again got a chance to talk to old WLKR sports director Scott Truxell, who's doing Van Wert radio here today, and he said speed, speed, speed.
Well,
and here's one of those
some more
speedsters
speed
right now, as that's Brylan Parker.
Did he get in or not?
They're going to say Parker, I believe. I don't see any signal hands up, but
Touchdown.
they're going to say touchdown for Parker.
Is that about 30, 40 yards out?
Yeah, so that's the 4th Cougar to score tonight, and now we will have a running clock after the next kickoff as Brylan Parker shows that speed.
That's nothing but a jet sweep.
Yeah, and got it to the left side, got into the secondary, and he saw green grass in front of him, outran the Clyde defender for the score. McCracken extra point is up and good. And with 4:20 to play in the game, it's Van Wert, 48, almost said Vancouver. Van Wert, 48, and Clyde, 14.
You got Vancouver on your mind. You're not even near Kansas.
All right, running clock time as the clock has started here. 48-14, Van Wert. Kick is away. And it'll be handled.
Fumble.
Fumble, ball put on the ground, and Clyde eventually will come up with it. They tried a little razzle-dazzle there on the reverse.
Recovered by Clyde.
They're lucky Van Wert didn't get that ball because it'd have been in the 50s in.
I don't want to make any assumption. Maybe some of the younger guys getting a chance to play out here, or is I think I see Wilson still out there, so it might be the starters still out there, or getting some of the seniors into the game. Here is, again, with the running clock.
That's going to go fast.
Not a whole lot of time. I can't tell if that is still Jaden Cook in there at quarterback.
Can't read those numbers.
No. He'll roll left, and I believe that is Cook. And again, ball hits a receiver right in the hands.
16.
And
Knopf's.
Yep, Griffin Knopf's. That's one he normally would catch.
No question. He's made some big catches here tonight.
So,
but at 35 degrees, it's probably tough to hold on to that brick.
Second down and 10.
Van Wert in a straight cover 4.
And Cook going to keep it and slide out across the 25. I don't think we have any live broadcast coming up tomorrow. We will be in Ashland for some soccer. North Central Ohio Soccer Coaches Association All-Star Game, SBC versus the area.
Sunday?
On Sunday.
You better take your boots. It's supposed to snow.
Well, I'll be in the press box, I hope.
I'm talking about walking to the...
You're talking about walking to the
press box? Walking to the press box, buddy.
I'll take my cross-country ski.
There you go.
And I will have a TV. Not a TV, but I'll have my iPad because as I'm broadcasting, I'll have that Browns.
You'll have it on, yeah.
Yeah, I'll have that Browns and Patriots game on. And if you hear me say, touchdown Browns during that broadcast, you'll know that
we'll know
where my heart was.
Yes.
And Cook rolls out on that one, and that one, that's one of the few bad balls that he threw. He's thrown a lot on the numbers that the catches, again, just haven't been made tonight for him.
Now, if it snows like 6-8 inches, do they still play soccer?
I would think, well, I don't know.
That ball wouldn't go too far, would it?
So, taking over first down and 10, and I bet you now we see a different quarterback.
There's got to be a different quarterback now.
Again, they're only going to have to run about 3 plays here as the clock is running as we speak.
He's back. He's back. Oh, boy. They don't have any other quarterbacks.
They're going into the victory formation now. So
good for them. Good for them.
As it's going to be a snap and a knee.
Yeah, that's what you do.
You get the privilege of talking to Coach Carter after the game. Don't forget, after the game, tune into BCSN Erie's Facebook and Twitter page for our pancake player of the game. The best breakfast in the BCSN viewing market is the Sandusky Bay Pancake House on Milan Road in front of Meyer. Sandusky Bay Pancake House. Eat, drink, think local. Hey, Bill, you want to text me when the car's up to about 72 degrees? I'll come down.
Funny.
And that's Bill laughing, but Bill enjoyed it again. I'll let you go down and talk to Coach Carter. Here is, we're going to wind inside a minute to go now, and they'll have to snap it one more time here. And the officials, they'll look at that play clock. But the Clyde Flyers season's going to end here tonight. 2 more playoff victories on the season. I know Coach Carter, would like to have made it 3, 4, or even 5, but another successful season for the Clyde Flyers as the Van Wert Cougars snap the ball, and that is going to be it here, even though there's still 25 seconds left on the clock as the Clyde Flyers and the Van Wert Cougars will meet at midfield and shake hands. Van Wert going to advance on to the regional final, the Elite Eight, to face the winner of the Perkins Pirates and the Port Clinton Redskins. At last check, it was Perkins 14, Port Clinton 13 in the fourth quarter. That's going to wrap it up here tonight from Napoleon High School. For Clay and Will on camera, for Nikki, of course, for Dewey Furniture and Carpet, for bringing you the action. For my partner Bill Hubens, I'm Chris Bliley, signing off. Where this BCSN Erie production brought to you only on Buckeye Broadband.